Hey guys, Ben here, back with another video. In today's video, it's going to be very similar to a recent video that I did, but it's going to be a review on these Frabill dog bone tip-ups. So if you look at them, they do look like a dog bone, and that is why they are called that. These are pretty much the smallest style of this type of tip-up on the market. This old traditional style of tip-up here does pack up very small too, but these are just even smaller, and you could bring out a ton. And they're light, they're small, they're all around really good. So you can, and they're cheap too. You can go to Walmart and pick up some of these for literally like $8. So yeah, the flag on them, I will probably end up replacing like all the flags that I get. It just curls up like that, so yeah, definitely going to be replacing that, but I do that with any tip up. Also, like a normal tip up, you're going to have on this part a small notch and a big notch being for bigger fish, bigger baits, or strong winds. So if you don't know how a tip up works, you have the spool here, the spool turns. When the spool turns, that little thing up there turns, so you set it like that, take this flag, bend it down, put it right there. Fish pulls on the line here. Fish pulls on the line right there, flag pops up, and you hand line this in. So I might be a little worried about this tip up actually falling through the hole. I don't think it's the biggest threat, but just because of the sheer size of these, it could possibly be a concern. But I don't know. So I wouldn't be too worried about it, but it is something to put into mind, especially if you're targeting bigger fish. I would not recommend targeting like trophy-sized pike on these tip-ups. Definitely try to target more, I don't know, probably 25 inches or less size of fish with this, because some fish can really pull, and I would not like to see you lose tip-ups. I have lost a tip-up down a hole before. So yeah, so the spring pops up pretty well, fairly stiff spring. So and just because of the size of this this little T here, it's going to be very hard for a fish not to set this off. I know these traditional types of tip-ups here, they can kind of slip, and you'll have a fish on there for 20 minutes and you won't know. So here is more of a normal, well-known tip-up here. This one doesn't have a flag on it. But here, I'll show you. I'll pack this thing up and show you the size difference, because it's unreal how small this thing is. And to pack this up, basically, everyone usually just takes the hook, puts it in the spool, and then on one side of the tip up, you're going to see this little notch right here on the bottom. You don't see it on the other side, but you're going to take that notch, sits right in right there. Then you take the flag, and I just poke it through this hole here. There is actually a hole on the spool as well, but that can be kind of hard to get to. And that's how small this thing packs up too. Really small, and it doesn't really move or pop out once it's packed up. And then you can take your more well-known tip up, just a polar tip up. So that's how big that is. That's how small this thing is. So it is really small. It's so small that they didn't even put a tape measure on it. Some of these tip ups have tape measures on it. But yeah, basically the only reason I would get this is because of the size and the weight. You can get a tip up just like this one at Walmart as well, just next to these, for $9 as well, so they're about the same price. Yeah, so the only advantage to this is the weight and size, I would say. The brand is more well known too. I don't know, Frabill, good brand, especially for ice fishing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I would recommend getting this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.